I'm Stuart here for Maximo TV, and I am at the home of engine number 27 here in Hollywood for the premiere of Fireproof. So you look beautiful tonight. What are you wearing?
Thank you. It's BCBG. Thank you very much. I know, I loved it. I thought it was sort of vintage looking. Yeah.
And what a cool event, to have it at an actual firehouse. Tell me about your role in the film.
Definitely. Well, I play Catherine Holt. She's a firefighter's wife and also a really successful career woman herself. But we find them in the film sort of at the end of a really difficult marriage, and they've decided to get a divorce. And Caleb, Kirk Cameron's character in the film, basically goes through a process where he now has decided he wants to win her heart back. And so he really goes through this great thing where he's demonstrating his love for her over and over and over again. And even though she isn't responsive necessarily, he continues on. And he's a firefighter, so he's really into rescuing people. And so he's sort of after rescuing the heart of his wife in the movie. So it's a great film.
How was working with Kirk? Did you guys just have a blast?
He was great. He was so much fun. From the beginning, a real team player and fun to work with, and took our teasing pretty well. Everyone would burst into the Growing Pains theme song on set, and he was cool with that.
Now, the message in this film is so powerful. Were you able to relate to it? Have you been through something like this yourself, or maybe your parents?
Sure. Well, I haven't. I'm single, never been married, and so that was really unique. And my parents have an incredible marriage, and of course they've had struggles just like everyone else. But it's they've always stuck it out, and so it's been neat to have that example always.
And what do you have coming up next?
Well, nothing right now. Hopefully soon. I'm really interested in doing more film work. My background is all in stage and musical theater and that sort of thing. Yeah. But boy, I tell you what, I just really have fallen in love with working with the camera. So
I'm such a musical theater nerd. What are you seeing on Broadway right now, or what are you waiting to get back to see?
Oh, totally. Well, I really want to see Young Frankenstein. Oh, totally want to see that. That cast is like a dream come true. So I think it's got to be incredible.
And there's theater here in LA, so you never know. You can do both, right?
I know, right? I should come out here.
Good. There we go. Right. More the merrier. Okay?
All right. Now, I need you back this way, everybody, please, with Erin. Next. All right, looking right here, please.
Tell me about shooting some of these action scenes. How was working on this film?
Oh, well, the action scenes in Fireproof were lots of fun. Some of them were a little bit scary. We had over 1,200 volunteers on this movie, and we actually didn't have any stuntmen, so all the stunts were done by the volunteer actors, including me. So I was crawling through the flames and all of that. It was lots of fun.
And the message in this movie is so powerful. You have a huge family. You've been married for so long. How did this affect you?
Well, I think it affected me the same way it affects a lot of people who watch the movie. I turn around while I'm watching this movie and you see a lot of guys with tears in their eyes, because I think that you feel convicted. And even after seeing the movie several times myself and being in the movie, I'm still convicted by so many things in it and inspired to want to make my marriage even more special and stronger and healthier.
And you had such a lovely co-star. How was working together with her?
Oh, well, Erin did a great job in the movie, and everyone in the entire cast was just a joy to work with. I mean, they were, again, volunteers, so their heart was into it. They worked hard. They were troopers, worked a lot of long hours, and they just threw themselves into it. I don't think anybody would know that it was an all-volunteer cast.
And what do you have coming up next?
Well, I think what's next is to wait and see what happens with Fireproof. We're not exactly sure what's going to happen, but there's just a lot more excitement and support than we had expected with a movie like this. But we're really excited. We're just waiting to see what happens.
You know, we wanted to write a story that would lift up the importance of marriage and bring it honor. You know, marriage has been watered down and attacked in our culture, and so we wanted to lift up a standard for it. And so as ministers, we wanted to reach out and say, hey, there's a better way to love your spouse. Love can't just be dependent upon whether they deserve it or not, because one day they will and the next day they won't. So we want to lift up a standard to say, hey, determine and choose to love your spouse no matter what.
It's such a beautiful message. And how did you come about casting it? Did you have Kirk in mind right away, or how did you guys get together?
You know, this is our third movie, and when we were writing it, we had an idea of the kind of guy we wanted in it. Kirk saw our last movie, Facing the Giants, called us and said, hey, I want to be on your team. So he came out and auditioned, did a fabulous job, and this is Kirk's best acting. I think people are going to be surprised when they see him in this role.
It's fantastic. What do you have coming up next?
Wow, we have so many movie ideas, but I think we're going to take a break, pour into our families for a while, and then start writing again. We're going to try to do a movie every 2 years or so, but we love it. It's hard, but it's very fulfilling.
And it's just such a wonderful, powerful message, and I think it's inspirational to us single people too.
You know, yeah, everybody can benefit from these principles of love. You know, when you love somebody, do you do it unconditionally, or do you do it with strings attached? And it's a reminder that I got to love my wife that way unconditionally, and she needs to love me that way. And so when we do that, we're lifting up a standard to remind people the importance of this. It's not just about you. It's about the partnership that you now have when you enter into marriage. It's so important and it's crucial. We gotta save families, and it starts with saving marriages.
Thanks for watching Maximo TV, and I'll see you next time.
Hey, this is Alex, Kendrick,
Erin Bethea.
Kirk Cameron, and you're watching Maximo TV.